This is a book of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 8. Anyone who strikes you strikes what is most precious to me. So Yahweh Almighty sent me with this message for the nations that has plundered his people. I like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. The so-called white man fucked up on this one, okay? He didn't think things through, okay? The so-called white man and all these nations are going to be destroyed, okay? They touched Yahweh Shai's precious possession, and now they have to pay for the penalties, okay? They didn't get off from nothing, okay? They're gonna have to pay, okay, for what they done to us, okay. All the slavery, last hire, first fire, can't find a job. Yahweh is gonna punish these devils, okay. We just need to keep posture and keep our faith and keep believing in the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. That's what this is all about. The book of Nahum. The book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 2. Yahweh power tolerates no rival. He punishes those who oppose him. In his anger, he pays them back. Yahweh does not easily become angry, but is powerful and never lets the guilty go unpunished. Okay, so the so-called white man, he didn't get away with nothing. Okay, the so-called white man's going to have to pay for everything what he done to us. Okay, and he's got to drink of the cup, okay? The cup of slavery, okay? It's coming to him, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? What we need to do is keep calling upon the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, keep our research and keep our studies and keep our posture. That's what this is about. The so-called white man fucked up on this one, okay? He didn't think things through. The book of Sirach, chapter 15, verse 11. If there be one stiff neck among the people, it is a marvel if he escapes unpunished, for mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judges a man according to his works. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated. Okay, the so-called white man's going to pay for everything what he done to us. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, the so-called white man's going to go down. Okay, he's going to pay with thermonuclear destruction of society, and he's going to get put in shackles and put it basically put in slavery. That's what this is about, okay? The book of Psalms 149, verse 6. Let them shout aloud as they praise Yahweh with a sharp sword in their hand to defeat the nations and to punish the people, to bind their kings in chains, their leaders in chains of iron, to punish the nations as Yahweh has commanded. This is victory of Yahweh's people. Praise Yahweh, okay? So the so-called white man fucked up on this one, okay? We're going to have his women as bed wrenches, okay? And basically he's going to get put in work into hardcore slavery. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, it's coming months away. Okay, we don't have much more time in this thing. Okay, we at the very last end. This country is ready for the mark of the beast. Okay, and when that mark of the beast gets put out, you just know that things gonna really speed up like they already have been doing. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, one moment. The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous will be glad when they see the sinner punished, when they wade through the blood of the wicked. People will say, the righteous are indeed rewarded, and there is indeed a power who judges in the world, okay? And that power is Yahweh Shai, okay? The so-called white man fucked up on this one, okay? He didn't think things through, okay? He's gonna get judged, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? The so-called white man's gonna go down with all the other nations, okay? That put their hands on us. You think Yahweh Shai is gonna let that shit slide? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, you think Yahweh Shai is gonna let that shit slide? No, Yahweh Shai is a God of revenge. Okay, he's a God of vengeance. Okay, let's get it. That's what this is all about. Let's see if I can find the scripture. The book of Psalm, chapter 94, verse 1. Yahweh, you are a power who punishes. Reveal your anger. You are the judge of all. Rise and give the proud what they deserve. How much longer will the wicked be glad? How much longer, Yahweh? How much longer will the criminals and be proud and boast about their crimes? That's what this is about, okay? And it's not going to be for long, okay? Yahweh Shai is going to destroy this man, okay? Off the face of the earth, okay? The so-called white man's going to get eradicated from the face of the earth, okay? That's what this is about. You want to know what this is about? That's what this is all about. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Laugh on, people of Edom and of Uz. Be glad while you can. Your disaster is coming too. You too will stagger naked in shame. Zion has paid for her sins. Yahweh will not keep us in exile any longer. But Edom, Yahweh will punish you. He will expose your guilty acts. Okay, so this man is destined to be destroyed. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, he's gonna go. He will go for his mark of the beast. Okay, he will go for his new world order. Okay, but as soon as he goes for that's gonna be Yahweh Shai's gonna cash his ass in. That's what's gonna happen to this man. Okay, Yahweh Shai's gonna rain blows on this man. That's what this is all about. Okay, when he goes for his new world order, when he goes for that, Yahweh Shai's gonna cash his ass in. Okay, and rain down nuclear fire, okay, on this man's society, destroying it. And if you want to be saved, and if you don't want to be caught in the destruction of the wicked, you better call upon the names of Yahweh Shai. You better call upon the names of Yahweh Shai. And that's what this is all about, okay? Coming back into you who you are so you don't get put to death, okay, violently, okay? That's what this is all about. Okay, one moment. The book of Psalms, chapter 11, verse 6. He sends down flaming coals and burning sulfur on the wicked. He punishes them with the scorching winds. Okay, that's thermonuclear destruction. Okay, being dropped on this mass society, being detonated over this mass society, okay, destroying everything in its past, okay, the bosom of destruction, okay, it's going to be like a broom sweeping dirt, okay, his whole society is going to go up in flames, okay, and if you don't want to be caught in this destruction, you better call upon the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, so you could be saved out of this thing when this thing goes down, okay? The so-called white man fucked up on this one, okay? He didn't think things through, okay? He touched Yahweh's prized possession, okay? Is that Deuteronomy 7:6? Let's get it. Do this because you belong to Yahweh, your power, from all the other people on the earth. He chose you to be his own special people, okay? We're Yahweh Shai's people, okay? We're Yahweh Shai's people, okay? And now we're coming into who we are, and this man is shuddering in his shaking in his boots. Okay, that's why he's gonna pull the internet. Okay, that's why he's gonna try to chip the world. Okay, but he's not gonna be able to chip the elect. Okay, when this thing goes down. Okay, the elect already have that wall of protection. Okay, over them, spoken of in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, they already have that wall of protection. Okay, he's not gonna be able to chip the elect, okay? That's why this devil's doing this, okay? He don't have to go and do his wicked new world order, okay? He don't have to do this, okay? But he's gonna go and do it anyway, okay? And he's gonna be destroyed, okay, for his efforts. That's what this is all about. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. Go throughout the whole city of Jerusalem and put a mark on the forehead of everyone who is distressed and troubled because of all the disgusting things being done in the city. Okay, that's the elect. Okay, they have that mark of exemption. Okay, they have that mark of exemption, and that's what this is all about. Okay, they have the mark of exemption. Okay, and they're not going to be destroyed. Okay, they're going to get beamed it up in some UFOs and see Babylon the Great get set on fire. Okay, and that's what this is about. Then the so-called white man is going to have to start his 1,000 years, his sentence of slavery. Okay, that's what this is about. If you want to know what this is all about, one moment. Turn to the book of Daniel. The book of Daniel 7 and 11. The book of Daniel 7 and 11. While I was looking, I could still hear the little horn bragging and boasting. As I was watching, the fourth beast was killed, and his body was thrown into a flame and destroyed. The other beasts had their power taken away, but they were permitted to go on living for a limited time, okay? That's a so called white man, okay? He's going to be permitted to live a little bit of time to serve out his sentence, his 1,000 years of sentence of slavery, okay? And then he's going to get eradicated from off the earth, okay? He's going to be destroyed. That's what this is all about. The book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 64. Punish them for what they have done, O Yahweh. Curse them and fill them with despair. Hunt them down and wipe them off the earth, okay? That's what this is about, okay? Eradicate the so called white man already, okay? And this man's going to have to taste the nuclear destruction, okay, on this man's society, okay? That's what this is all about, okay, if you want to know. And whoever calls upon the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and keep their posture will be saved. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 32. But whosoever asks Yahweh for help will be saved. As Yahweh has said, some people will escape. Those whom I have chosen will survive. The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. The angel wearing linen clothes and said, at that time, the great angel Michael, who guards your people, will appear. There will be a time of trouble, the worst time since nations first came into existence. When that time comes, all the people of your nations whose names are written in Yahweh's book will be saved. Many of those who have already died will live again. Some will enjoy eternal life, and some will suffer eternal disgrace. They, the wise leaders, will shine with all the brightness of the sky, and those who have taught many people to do what is right will shine like stars forever. He said to me, and now, Daniel, close the books and put a seal on it until the end of the world. Meanwhile, many people will waste their efforts trying to understand what is happening. Okay, what's is happening? What's the name of Yahweh? What's the name of God? Yahweh. What's the name of his son? Yahweh Shai. Okay. Who are the Israelites? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay. Who are the chief enemy? The Edomites. Okay. What's going to happen to the Edomites? Okay. 1,000 years of slavery, and they're going to get eradicated from off the earth. Okay. That's what this is all about, okay? They're going to be destroyed, okay? And if you want to be saved, like we discussed on numerous occasions, you best to call on those names, okay, so you can make it out of here with your life when this thing goes down. That's what this thing's all about, okay? Calling upon the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, okay? The book of Matthews. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 32. Let the fig tree teach you a lesson. When it branches become green and tender and it starts putting out leaves, know you know that summer is near. In the same way, when you see all these things, you will know that the time is near, ready to begin. Remember that all these things will happen before the people now living have all died. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away, okay? So, yeah, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai's words will never pass away. That's what this thing's all about, okay? Okay, the so-called white man fucked up on this one, okay? He's going to get eradicated from off the earth, okay? That's what this is about. The so-called white man, the Edomite race, man, child, and woman, was going to get eradicated from off this earth, okay? After they serve out their sentence of slavery. The book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 21. A time is coming when Yahweh will punish the powers above and the rulers of the earth. Yahweh will crown kings together and a prisoner like prisoners in a pit. He will shut them in a prison until the time of their punishment comes. Okay, so these devils are gonna get put in big pits. Okay, we're gonna put these devils in huge pits. I gotta laugh. These devils gonna pay, okay? They for what they done to us, okay? These devils are gonna have to pay, okay? They're gonna be put in huge pits, okay? Then after 1,000 years, they're gonna get eradicated, okay? And all these fine ass Edomite women, the, we're gonna have them as bed wrenches, okay? That's what this thing's about, okay? Calling upon the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. That's what this thing's all about. And hopefully you was well edified. I like to give all praises and glory and honor to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.